Well, here we go with a straight pool ladder match. This is a ladder match between Bill and One Eye, or Bill and Ron. And it's the first to 60 points. In case any of you don't know about straight pool, it sounds a very simple game. 15 balls in the rack, and each ball that you sink into a pocket is worth 1 point. And the idea is you pot as many balls as you can each time you get to the table. There is one crucial aspect to this game, and that is your break ball, so that you can continue your run, and that will come once these 14 balls have all been cleared. Nice angle on the 7 ball to get into this pack. That spread them all over the place. It looks as if he's got the... is that the 12 or the 13 ball? And that's the 12, the pink one, into the middle. I think he can just reach it. Maybe not. It's a bit tight. He's probably taken it into the bottom pocket. Ooh. A bad early miss there from Ron. It's important in this sort of game. I think at the moment Ron's top of the ladder, so when you get your opportunities you really need to capitalise on them. You can't just go potting 3 balls and then missing. You've got to put double figures together to make an impact in the game. So a quick look at the lie of the table. That 3 ball looks as if it could be used as a break ball. We'll see if Bill has that in mind. The 3 ball being the red ball. Good time to roll this 9 in and get down there just for the 2 past the 3. Then he'll probably take the one that's over the pocket. Take the 4. He's going for the 4 first. So he can create an angle by potting this red that's over the pocket. He just needs to make sure he's sort of round about the middle of the table, so he's got a nice angle on the 3. That's not bad. Maybe going 2 or 3 inches a bit further than we would like for comfort, but it's a good potting angle. Can't miss the pack here. But he's missed the 3, and maybe just rushing it a bit too much. Split the pack up. Has he got away with it? No, the 5 ball goes into the middle. 4 ball can play the combo onto the 13 ball over the pocket, so he's got a couple of options here. He's on a phone call at the moment. Balls. Every one of them has a pocket, provided you clear the right ball. So there's no real need to be colliding with balls. It's just about manoeuvring the cue ball and picking them off one by one. It's quite a good table. That 1 ball's just a bit inconvenient sitting there, but that can be cleared. That then opens the 11 ball into the same pocket, and then the 7 ball could go into that pocket as well. So it's a good lie for Ron once he gets back. We'll see how he does with it. Because we haven't seen a drop in connection yet. While we're waiting, I don't know whether you've noticed, but when straight pool's being played, you'll notice that there is a triangle on the cloth. That's where the balls will spot once it's re-racked. But that's there as a guide for any balls that are close to that line, as to whether you need to clear them or whether they're going to be suitable for a break ball. And at the moment there isn't a break ball either side of the triangle. Oh, that's a bad miss by Ron. Only scoring 2 points off of that opportunity there, and he should be made to pay for that. Bill just needs to take his time. Just think a wee bit more about his shots. Can leave that 8 ball there and leave the 13 over the pocket and try and clear a few other balls. Those 2 balls can sit there as a backup if he gets out of position. Looks easy enough just to roll the 6 down into the far corner, although he seems more inclined to go for the 15 into the middle. And I think he's blocked himself out on the 1 ball. Of course, he's going to have to do something about that 5 and 9 that are sitting in the triangle. He can do that now off the 2 ball. Oh, he doesn't want to scratch. Oh, that's a disaster. So each player has had good opportunities to get a decent run together and have thrown them away. And whittled down. There isn't an ideal break ball there, but the 11 ball looks to be a good one at the moment. He's probably going to take the 7. Then what do I know? He's clearing the 11. Now needs to leave an angle on this 8 ball after the 7. He might be able to get into the side of the pack, although how much he'll be able to get into it I don't know. Whether he can get into it with a great deal of force to try and split these up. Oh well, once again, gets a split, but doesn't get the most important thing of all, and that's the ball. So the 10 ball's sitting there. Bill, if he'd taken these chances, could be easily 30 odd points in front at the moment. Couple of problem areas. One ball's tied up with what looks like the 11 ball on the right hand rail, down past the middle pocket. And the 3 ball and is that the 12 ball down here in the bottom rail there, are both more or less tied up, so he's going to have to do something with them if he's going to run out this rack. There is an angle on that 11 to go round the angles and try and split them. Now would be a good time to try that, because he would probably still be on the 8 ball, but he hasn't looked at it yet. He might have tried that there, I don't know. Now he's running out of balls to get that split on those 2. And so that just ends with a run of 7 balls there for Bill, takes him into a 20 points to 13 lead. Problems down to One Eye. Again, a nice angle on the 14 ball to try and get the split, but he doesn't really have any backup should he miss the split. but he's scratched as well. Comedy of errors this is so far. Again, an opportunity here to split the 3 ball. There's some bad misses going on here. I think this angle's a bit awkward. He's going to try and come off the rail and cut across to the 1 ball, but that was asking a lot to get any movement in those two. Now, is that... I think that's the wrong angle to draw back. Don't really know what he tried there. Probably calling the bank here into that top left hand corner. Bill comes to the table, still in the lead. That might be a bit of a surprise to him. And again, tries to get into those 2 balls. And now he's got no choice. That's going to scratch as well. Well, I'm losing count of how many scratches I've done so far in the early stages of this match. Now, is he going to try and go round a corner? Or is he following through? Bill lost a point there. Didn't get the cue ball to the rail after making contact with the object ball. And I think he might be blocked out, or he might be able just to catch the edge of that 9 ball. And that leaves an opportunity for Bill. Cut the 11 down the rail, back across twice to get back onto the 9 ball. And he's missed the 11, or has he? Oh. Now I wonder if he's just going to roll this 9 in and come through. No, trying to take it in the middle. The 15 ball does squeeze past the 8 ball, it's tight. That's bad. Both of these players are taking their opportunities. This match could be over already. Locked out in the 15. And this is awkward queuing over a ball. Played it nice. Now if we can pot the 15, I think that would be a good chance that we can get an angle on this 6. Which he hasn't. He's left it pretty straight. So it's going to be the 6 ball, then the 8 ball, the 10 ball goes. Now you would need to get high on the 10 ball so he's got an angle to send the cue ball into those balls, because he needs to start moving things here if he's going to keep this run going. I think that's what he'll try here. He needs to come round the corner, get the cue ball out. Needed a bit more on that, would have much preferred a straighter angle on this 10, make the pot easier. But this is all out. Well played. Three just squeezes past the 14. None of these are easy. The 5 goes though as well, so got a couple of choices. 5 ball would bring him probably out for the 11 next. And 3 ball, he needs to make sure he avoids contact with these balls to get the cue ball out into the middle of the table again. He got a bit fortunate. Cannon the other ball in. His run goes to 9. Now this is tough. A very tight angle on the 14. He's got to be on a ball. He doesn't really need to worry about the cue ball. And now the candidate for the break ball looks like the 7. And that's again thinking about position on the 11. He's sorry, not the 11. What ball's that one? He's missed the 11. There's actually a nice angle on that 13 there. Just come back out for the 2. So the scores at the end of Bill's run, a run of 10, takes him to a 10-point lead. He's 29-19 in front in this race to 60. Oh, Ron must be on the phone again. This is a good opportunity to get himself back into the match. Maybe even get a lead at the end of this visit. Dead straight in the 2. he can pinch a bit of an angle, but he wants to get this cue ball down table. And that was good thinking. Cue ball finished in the triangle, so it gets spotted into the kitchen. He's got ball in hand, so he can make a nice angle here on the 7 ball just to catch the corner of that pack. Should bring a couple of balls out. Controlled the shot well, a little bit of draw on it. Gets the cue ball into the open, and 8 ball over the middle. Could cut this one into this corner pocket here and bring the cue ball back across for the 15 ball, but he's got to be careful of the scratch. That's played pretty well, and he's got again a nice angle on the 15 just to go in and nudge a few of these balls, get them split apart. And he's finished nicely on the 3. 2 ball probably to follow. Just awkward because that's too straight on the 2. Although he could maybe just sneak an angle there and get up behind that 11. That's well played. 5 or 1 ball. No, he's managed to hold it. Thought he was going to run out there for the 5, or not, sorry, not the 1 ball, the 9 ball. I don't like that choice there. I would take the 4 ball down the rail, just stop the cue ball for the 14, or maybe even bounce out for the 9. And that must have caught the jaw of the middle pocket. So again, another poor shot, but he does get himself into the lead. It's a run of 13. So One Eye has a 3-point lead over Bill by 32 points to 29 in this race to 60. And just as you thought he was going to put a nice run there, it just comes apart at the seams. Ball this time looks like the 9. It's not ideally placed. You've got to get the cue ball nearer the rail on the right hand side to use that 9 as a good break ball. So how does he get down for this 4? And that was again nearly another scratch. So this cue ball's going to have to hit the top rail as we look at this bottom rail as we look, and back up the table. And it needs to keep running. In fact, it needs to stop now to give him at least some sort of angle. So, can he get lucky here? Well, he's nudged a couple out. He does have a shot on the 13 ball. This is really tough. And the cue ball dangerously towards the middle pocket, and the scratch was on. Couldn't avoid it. Just a run. A run of 4. It's a slender 1 point lead, and One Eye back at the table. Probably the 7 ball to follow next. I think he's run a little too far. I think he might have played for the 7. But now he's got a nice angle on the 4 just to run in between the 10 ball and the 7. Although he's caught the edge of the 10. Still no damage done. Got a nice 1 ball into the corner. Ten ball goes no problem, so he could just stop the cue ball. Well, that's left him no choice. It's going to be the 13 now, and then send the cue ball out into the middle of the table for the 10 again. Well, he seems to be drawing it. Yeah, I think he's underhit that quite a bit. Drawing the ball there's killed the pace of it. And he can't see the potting angle for the 12. And it looks like it's going to be a safety. He's nudged that 7 ball into the 8 or just behind it. Try and cover things up, which he seems to have done. That's a run of 5, takes One Eye into a 4 point lead, 37 points to 33. And not much on offer here for Bill, other than just trying to keep it tight. Did he call the combo? If he did, that's an excellent shot. Don't think he's got much choice other than the 12. This is an awkward one. Yeah, that 7 was always going to the rail. The perfect angle in the 10. Doesn't need to force this in, just needs to use the weight of the ball to split those 4. That's finished dead straight. Although he could just stop the cue ball and leave the cut back on the 15. However, he's chosen to run through. Still got the cut back on the 15 ball. Cue ball should go off the side rail, the end rail, probably the opposite side rail, and back down for the 5. How's the pace though? Well, he's got lucky. I think he overhit that. I think he played for the 5. But the 5 ball's killed the cue ball, and he's left sitting on the pink 12 ball. So no obvious break ball here. The 5 is behind the pack. So the pack will respot with the 5 ball sitting in place. Again, this is a nice potting angle in the 2, just to drop it into the middle to the cue ball off onto the end rail here at the bottom of the screen. Although he's chosen to take it into the corner. How's that for angle? Well, he's got a nice angle as well. He's landed on the 2, and we'll have a choice of about 3 or 4 balls after this one. This looks as if it's going to be the important run in this match. Already with 12-point lead. This could be the one that makes or breaks the match. And that's a bad miss. And that's a lifeline for Bill. He really needs to concentrate, make the most of this opportunity. That 10 ball is set into the corner pocket, so the combo on the 3 and 10 ball is there. It's just a bit awkward. And that's even more awkward because he's ran too far. And now he's got nothing down this right hand side. Can he make the potting angle on that 7? Looks tight, so it's going to have to be the 3 ball down the rail. Looks as if it's going to have to be the 4. Probably collide with the 13 ball. Nope, he's missed it. Looks as if, well, he's got a choice, 13 or 1 ball is the break ball, so this is sitting in quite a nice position for the end of this rack. And now it's getting a bit tough. And if he misses the 13 ball, you can get the cue ball back out for either the 14 or the 13 ball. But he's played it a bit short, so it's going to have to be the 1. So one of these 2 balls on the right hand side of the triangle, in fact tell a lie, the 14 balls within the pyramid, so it's going to have to go. And leaving the cue ball in the triangle has left him a perfect opportunity here. Ball in hand and behind the kitchen line. Doesn't want to follow through off the pack, so he's controlled the cue ball. Killed it. Got the break. The balls are broken fairly nicely here. His run goes to 12. We're just 1 point behind now. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, Bill. Oh dear. That could have been a run to the line. And he's cut it to the jaw. Left a 6 ball hanging over the pocket. And there's enough balls on the table here for Ron to secure the match. Looks like plain sailing now, as long as he just keeps control of the cue ball, doesn't get it locked up onto any other ball, he should be fine. This 3 ball's easy enough, but he's either going to have to roll through or has decided to take the 4. That's probably good thinking. That opens up that pocket for the 7 and 8. No heroics here. Just putting the ball into the pocket's all that's required. And keep the cue ball well under control. Slow roll in the 14. 7 or 3 ball to follow. 7's actually probably the best choice because he can then just stop the cue ball there for the 2 or the 12 ball. So this will be an automatic call shot. This is the game winning shot, just cutting the 3 down the rail for the match. Well, there must have been a bit of lag there, didn't see that, but Ron wins the match by 60 points to 46. And let's have a look at the current ladder standings after that result to see where everybody is. A quick refresh of the page, and you'll see that One Eye maintains his position at number 1. He's on a 9-match winning streak. That defeat for Bill leaves him sitting there in 7th spot. So lots of chopping and changing to be done on the ladder. We'll see you again next time.